Hi everybody, thanks for coming back to my channel. Today we're going to focus all about eyeliners, all different kinds. I'm going to show you how to use some gel liners, some pencils, and talk about a little bit of which ones are my favorites and how to use them too. Okay, and since I never actually introduced myself to you guys, I figured I'd do a little bit of that today. My name is Kara, obviously. I hope you figured that out by now. But so I finished high school. I went off to college. I took a lot of art classes there, which I loved. I went to Costa, and then I ended up getting my degree in graphic design and advertising, which is fun. But once I started looking for jobs and really got out into the real world, I realized that's not what I wanted to do anymore, which is fine, and I'm still glad I went. So right after that, I got a job at Sephora, and I fell in love with makeup again. I mean, I've always loved makeup, but now being able to actually apply makeup every day on people, and I don't know, just seeing so many different kinds, so many different things you can do, I realized, yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. So I enrolled at Empire, and I'm going to start on Monday. So you guys get to go through that lovely journey with me. And I'm sure there will be a lot more hair posts, so there's something to look forward to. Alright, so that's just a little bit about me. Thanks for sticking with my channel. I really do appreciate it, you guys. You guys rock for watching this. Alright, so let me show you all the different eyeliners I have for today. Okay, so we're going to start off with just your regular pencil liner. Now, I use Urban Decay's 24/7 Glide On Eye pencils. I just like them. They're waterproof, they stay put, they go on really easy, and they have like a million colors. Like, they're so fun. And I love Urban, I do. So with your regular pencil liners, a lot of people usually stick to this kind. It's really easy. I'm just going to put a little bit right on top here, and then you'll see, I don't know, I guess I'll show you the difference between how this looks and how a liquid would look in comparison to it. So you just do a little line as close to the lashes as you can get. And you always want to go a little bit thicker on the outside, because when you bring it in, if you stay that thick all the way in, it is going to make your eyes appear a little bit smaller. So you want to stay thin on the inside here. And then you can bring a little bit out. And then the same, you can bring a little down here. So I'm going like right below my lashes with that. And the same at the bottom. You do not want to go all the way in the inner corner. And then what I like to do, I like to use like a lighter color underneath. So let me show you what I mean by that. So I'll use a silver one here. So this is a Sephora Flashy Silver. I don't think they make this one anymore, but any like white or shiny pencil will work. So I do this right under here. It just makes your eyes pop a little bit more. So right here in the waterline. Okay, so that's my eye. And that's it with a little bit of liner. So we just stayed real thin. Like, it looks like there's nothing even there when I have my eye closed. But when you open it, you could see how thick it is too. And now some other options for that shade underneath, because I just love to have a little, I don't know, a little bit of shimmer underneath. It just makes such a difference for me. So anything in like the beige, cream, taupe family, any champagne colors, any whites. Whites could be a little bit harsh, any silvers, but anything neutral is going to look good. So I have a Makeup Forever one. This one is their Aqua Shadow in 30E. Let me see if I can show you the color. So it's really nude. Just gives like a little bit of a shine to it. I also have one from Urban Decay too. It's their jumbo pencils. I don't know if these are going away. We took them off the shelf at Sephora like 2 days ago, which made me really upset because I love them. But it's this one right here, so it's a little bit lighter, and it just has that nice shimmer to it. So the jumbo ones are nice too because you just go like literally you just scribble it underneath and it gives you so much shine. And then I do have, what is this, Millani. So drugstore brand, just as good. And this one is kind of like in between the two colors. It has a little bit of color. It's really nice. And then I also have a Rimmel one. This one is more like silvery white. So this one does make it more dramatic too. Let's see. I'm running out of room here. So you can see right there, it just gives a lot more shine than the others. So if you want a full impact, sometimes if I do a harsh look, not harsh, but like dramatic, I want to have that bright pop underneath. So I'll use this one or my Sephora one too. So those are all a bunch of fun underneath shimmer shades. See how it just gives a little bit more than that side? I don't know, I like it. And another thing you can do with your pencil liners, I have some colors here. These ones are Urban Decay as well. I like to have, sometimes you can do, if you're just going to have your basic black line, you want a little pop of color. So this is Urban Decay. It's Deviant. I don't know if they still make it. I'm sorry, I have old makeup. I don't have everything up to date. But they have one called Abyss that's like almost identical to it. So if you just did a little bit underneath, like starting in the waterline and kind of bringing it down, that'll just give you a nice pop of color. Okay, and another trick too with your liner, if you want to have like maybe like a smudged out, smokier style, you can use a smudge brush. So I do have this one here by Sephora brand. I think it was part of their like airbrush collection. So right when you put the eyeliner on, you just want to go in and smudge it out. So that it's not going to have any harsh lines, it'll be a little bit softer. So if you're going with a softer look or you want to have that smoky eye too, you can smudge the liner out. And I'm just doing like short little strokes back and forth here. So it's a little bit softer. And then even the same with the bottom too, like if you want to really layer on that color and then kind of just smoke it out. So you do get a nice variety with pencils. You definitely get a variety. Okay, now that I look like a crazy person with two different eyes, I'm going to clean them off and then we'll try liquid. Okay, so I have two different liquid liners to show you. The first one is, it's a Kat Von D liner. It's her tattoo liner. So this one, if you're familiar with the Stay All Day one by Stila, it's very similar. It has that nice marker tip to it. So it gives you that nice black line. And they just came out with all new spring colors with the Stila ones. So definitely check those ones out because they're pretty. But this is just your basic black. It's, I think Kat Von D has the black and the brown too. But this, I don't know, it's the easiest way to use a liquid liner for me because you have so much control with it, and it's not going to drip or smudge because it's like literally drawing on your face with a marker, okay? Alright, so a tip I learned to apply this is you want to line it up at your nose and then like at the corner of your eye there. So it's just going straight there, and then you just press it. So if you want to have that dramatic wing, this is the easiest way to start it. Okay, so then from there, you want, it's a little tricky because I'm staring into the computer with this, so I'm going to go in my mirror here. So you bring that line straight down to your eye. Okay? So far so good. Now you just want to line your lash line. So real thin, you can bring it a little thicker at the end. So the same way we did with the pencil, okay? So keep it real thin on the inside. You want to get really, really close to your lashes too. Okay, so then once you have that line, you want to connect the wing. So you're going to draw it down like a triangle, okay? So just like that. So bring it right down into your liner. And then you just want to color it in. And you just want to smooth out any lines too. So if you have to like pull your eye real dramatic, that is fine. Okay, so that is how I use my liquid liner. Just gives you a nice wing, and it's so easy to use because, like I said, it's not going to drip, it's not going to get anywhere. And then another one I have, it's Urban Decay. So this one has more like a little brush tip, like your classic liquid liner would. And this shade is, it's Smog, I think? Yeah, Smog. So this is the tiny little brush. And then it has a nice shimmer to it. I don't know if you can see the shimmer. No. Maybe. So this one, and even the Kat Von D one, they stay on. Like any waterproof liquid liner that we sell at Sephora, I guarantee it's gonna stay. It's gonna stay. I walk around with them on my hands all day, and they don't come off. They really don't. So with this type of liquid, I mean, you could do the wing with it too. Yeah, so we'll start by that. So you still line it up. And this one's a little bit more liquidy, so just, I don't know, be aware of that, I guess. See how it's kind of running into my eye. Alright, so I'm going to line right along the lashes. It's in a nice tiny brush, so it's really easy to glide over. Okay. And they have this liner in all different colors too, like sparkly silvers and golds and pinks and all stuff like that. So it does have a nice shine to it. You can't really see. But even if you were to do like this on top of the black, like here, if we had even like a, I don't know, like a fun silver gold, just do it like right on top there. So that just makes your classic cat eye a little bit more fancy, and everybody loves fancy. So those are some liquid options, and then I just have gels, and we could use powders too, so stay tuned for that. So for the gel type of liquid liners, I'm going to show you two of them. Why not? I'm showing you two of everything else. You want to have like a really thin brush too. So this brush here is by Tarte, so it's really thin. This is actually like a double-sided brush, so it has like that nice smudger too. So the Tarte, it actually comes with their liners. The brush comes with them, so that's awesome. This is their green. So let me show you a swatch of that. So it's still pretty dark. It has like a little bit of an olive to it. I don't know, you can't really see the color on screen. But yeah, so you can do the same trick as that marker. Like if you wanted to do that wing, you just line it up. Or you can just kind of start painting it on, I guess. So we're going to do a little bit. You don't want to have too much because you don't want it to be too thick when you're going on the eye. So this one, the same way as those other liners, I'm just going to glide that on. And the gel ones, they're really easy to go on. I mean, they could get a little messy if you're not careful, but these, they're really nice, and they really, I don't know, they're good if you want to go super dramatic too. Like if you wanted to have like a giant wing or something like that. Or even if you're like starting off like a basic smoky eye, you could lay down like a base color of your liquid liner too and kind of smoke that out. Okay. And it's really easy to go back and kind of smooth out the edges too, because it doesn't dry like super fast. You have a little bit of wiggle room to it. Okay, so that is the green. Doesn't really focus on it, but it's pretty. It has like, I don't really think it has a shine to it. Maybe not. I don't think so. But it's a pretty color. And another one that I'm going to show you is by Maybelline. It's their Eye Studio. So I did this one in one of my other tutorials. I think it was the Valentine's Day one. Yeah, when I had the little bit more dramatic eye. Alright, so for this we'll do a little bit more of the wing. So we'll start off this right here. And it's really easy to glide on. Like I said, the gels, they're pretty good when it comes to applying it. You just want to be careful. But I mean, if you mess up, there's Q-tips, there's makeup wipes. You do not have to be worried that you'll like mess up your look. You can always clean up if you have to. Okay, so we just have like a little tiny wing there. Okay, so we have the basic idea about liners, and another one, let's see. Okay, so another quick way to do your eyeliner, if, I don't know, if you don't want something super dramatic, you can do an eyeshadow or any type of powder, I don't know. So I have, this one is by Lorac. It's their Costa Rican coffee. I got it in one of their sets where they had like a couple different shadows and a bronzer. And an angled brush. So this, you just want to pick up a little bit of product. You don't need too much of it because you don't want it falling all over your face. And then the same way, you just go right along the lash line. And you make it like a little bit thicker on the outer corner too, to make your eyes pop and look a little bit bigger. If you want it darker, just add a little bit more color. Okay, and then you can just sweep that right down. And then you have your powder. So powders are really easy. You can do it with any color eyeshadow. Like if you wanted your liner to be, I don't know, like lime green one day for St. Patrick's Day, but you didn't want to go out and buy a lime green liner, but you were like, oh, I have this shadow, use it. And if you want it like a little bit more defined, you can wet the brush first and then apply it, because then it's going to come on more like a cream. So that's pretty much everything you need to know about eyeliner. If you guys have any questions too, feel free to always leave me comments, or I mean, if you have any suggestions, I'm open to suggestions, because there's only so many ideas I can think of. I mean, I don't know. Alright, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.